नमस्ते दोस्तों, स्मार्ट माइंड्स ट्यूटोरियल्स में आपका स्वागत है। आइए आज कुछ नया सीखें।
So let us cover discrete distributions to LAQ. This is the most important LAQ. Define hypergeometric distribution and obtain its mean and variance. So first let us see what is hypergeometric distribution. So a discrete, positive, random variable x is said to follow hypergeometric distribution if it has the probability mass function which is given by P of x equals to x equals mx n minus m n minus x by n. What does this mean? Mx means mcx. N minus 1, n minus m, n minus x means n minus m, c, n minus x. That is combination, where x is equal to 0, 1, 2, so on up to minimum of n and m, and n, capital N and m are positive integers. Now let us find out mean. So the mean of hypergeometric distribution is computed as follows. It is denoted by E of x, that is sigma x is equal to 0 to n x into mx n minus m n minus x by n and n. So whenever it is given in brackets like this, up one element, down one element, that means it is a combination. That is if suppose you have capital N, small n, that means you are selecting small n items from capital N number of items. Okay. So that is x by nn into sigma x is equal to 0 to n mx m minus 1 x minus 1 n minus m n minus x, that is equal to m by n into sigma x is equal to 1 to n m minus 1 x minus 1 n minus m small n minus x, which is equal to m by n combination of n and n into n minus 1 small n minus 1. Why? Since sigma x is equal to 1 to n m minus 1 k minus 1 into n minus m n minus k is equal to n minus 1 small n minus 1. So that is equal to m by ncn into n minus 1 n minus 1 into n minus 1 small n minus 1. So this is nothing but m by n because these two get cancelled. This and this get cancelled. That is mn by n. Therefore, the mean of hypergeometric distribution is mn by n. Now let us continue with variance. Let us derive the formula for variance. So how can you write the variance? The variance of hypergeometric distribution is computed by using the formula b of x equals e of x square minus e of x whole square. E of x is mean. Okay. So now first let us find out e of x into x minus 1. That is sigma x is equal to 0 to n x into x minus 1 mcx into n minus m cn minus x by ncn. C means combination. So that is equal to this nn I will bring outside. So 1 by ncn into sigma x is equal to 2 to n m into m minus 1 into m minus 2 c x minus 2 into n minus m c n minus x. So this is equal to this m into m minus 1 is a constant. So we are bringing it out by ncn into sigma x is equal to 2 to n m minus 2 c x minus 2 into n minus m c n minus x. How did we get this? Since sigma x is equal to 2 to n m minus 2 x minus 2 into n minus m n minus x is equal to n minus 1 n minus 1. Now we will use this formula. So that will become m into m minus 1 by ncn into, in the place of this whole bracket, we will write n minus 1 cn minus 1 n minus 1 cn minus 1. So that is equal to m into m minus 1 into n minus 2 cn minus 2 by, how can we write this ncn? N by n into n minus 1 by n minus 1 into n minus 2 in n minus 2. So here we can cancel this. These two we can cancel. So what do we get? That is equal to m into m minus 1 by n into n minus 1 by n into small n minus 1. Now if you bring this denominator up, what will you get? M into m minus 1 small n into small n minus 1 by capital N into capital N minus 1. This is the formula for E of x into x minus 1. Okay. x into x minus 1. Now let us find out E of x square. So E of x square is E of x into x minus 1 plus E of x. Now E of x square is equal to, we got the value for E of x into x minus 1. That is m into m minus 1 into n minus 1 by capital N into capital N minus 1. Plus, what is the value of E of x? E of x is nothing but mean. We already derived the formula for mean. That is mn by n. Now, what is variance? Variance is E of x square minus E of x whole square. Now, in the place of E of x square, let us write this whole expression. So, m into m minus 1, n into n minus 1 by capital N into capital N minus 1 plus mn by n minus what is E of x? E of x is mn by n whole square. So that is equal to m into m minus 1, n into n minus 1 by n into n minus 1 plus mn by n minus m square n square by n square. Now how can you further simplify this? Mn into m minus 1 n minus 1 by n into n minus 1 plus mn by n minus m square n square by n square. That is equal to mn by n into m minus 1 into n minus 1 by n minus 1 plus 1 minus mn by n. Why we are writing like this 1 minus mn by m? Because we took mn by n common. So that is equal to mn by n into, now you take the LCM, you will get n into m minus 1 into n minus 1 plus n into n minus 1 minus mn into n minus 1 whole divided by n into n minus 1. So that is equal to mn by n into, multiply this into this into this. nm minus n into n minus 1 plus, open the bracket, this into this into this. N square minus n. Again multiply this into this into this. mnn plus mn by n into n minus 1. So that is equal to mn by n into nm minus n into n minus 1. Let us multiply this also now. How to multiply this into this into this into this into this. So nmn minus nm minus nn plus n square minus n minus mnn plus mn whole divided by n into n minus 1. Plus n minus n cancel, nmn minus nmn cancel. Then here, now what is left over, we will write it down. So that is equal to mn by n into mn minus nm plus n square minus nn by n into n minus 1. That is equal to mn by n into, if I take m common, n minus n plus, if I take n common, capital N minus small n by n into n minus 1. That is equal to mn by n into, now here you have n minus n, here you have capital N minus n. So what I will do is, I will take minus common here. So if I take minus common, we will get n into n minus n. Second term I am not disturbing. From the first term I will take minus common. Minus, if you take common, you will get n minus n by n into n minus 1. So v of x is equal to mn by n into, if I take n minus n common, n minus n into n minus m by n into n minus 1. This is the formula for variance. So finally we can conclude, therefore, the variance of the hypergeometric distribution is given by variance is equal to mn by n into n minus n into n minus m by n into n minus 1. This is the formula.